Hi everyone, my name is Rose. This is the ending of the what I read in 2021. I'm filming this on like the 3rd of January, so it's like, but this is not to go up until like I think the 3rd week or whatever in like January or something. I don't know, but I technically made my goal. Kinda, but kinda not too. I'll like talk about it when I finish talking about the books. But my percentage of like how many books I've read haven't really changed. I'm still like right at 50%. I keep just acquiring books. I need like really not get any more books if I really want to see my percentage gets up, but I don't know. So I think this next year I may just try to avoid any place that sells books and just be like, okay, someone wants to go to Goodwill, I'm not gonna go with them because they have books there, like, because like I apparently can't turn down a good story and I just need to like stay away from books. So let's get into the last few books because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 here. So, like, I did get the 30, but also kind of not. I'll talk about it. But first one I read after the previous, like, part 2 or whatever is Only Everything by Kieran Scott. I don't like this book. It was kind of really annoying. It's like, who is it? Eros. It loves someone and she like gets punished by, and Eros is supposed to be a guy, and in this book it's like, no, she's a woman and she's a really whiny teenage woman, and like she's like that annoying girl that doesn't know anything about anything. I'm like, you're supposed to be a goddess that is thousands of years old and you're telling me she's acting like a spoiled little like teenager. Like it's annoying. I'm getting rid of this. This is the Via Declutter. The cover is really pretty. I like the yellow to the blue, but I really didn't like this book. It was a pretty easy read though, so that's like good. The next I read Mirage by Somaiya Daud. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. I love this book. I love the cover. I think it's really beautiful. Like, this book is beautiful. There is a second book. I really want to get the second book. I have so many books on my wish list on Goodreads. I have like 100 books on my wish list on Goodreads. But this is really beautiful book. It's about how this girl, this like farmer girl or something, this like poor kind of pauper girl, looks exactly like the princess, so she has to be the body double because everyone hates the princess because the princess is really evil and cruel, and like talks about how she gets like tortured and like she has to learn how to be the princess, and the princess like is mean to her and tortures her and all that jazz, and it's really great. I feel like I'm talking about how like it's like, but like in the end she's kind of nice to her and like they kind of come to get to know each other a little better, so in the end. But yeah, and I think this is like, I don't know what kind of like, it talks about like star systems and it's like in space too, so it's like star systems and they travel different places, and it's like take over, like the government took over a different star system, and that's why everyone's like in poverty and everyone hates the royals too and stuff like that. So, and the cover is just gorgeous. Like, I got this from Dollar Tree and I'm so happy I picked this up. But yeah, there's that. And then next I read this. I didn't really read it. I was behind. I needed to catch up, so I'm like, what book do I have that'd be quick and easy? I was like, okay, this one. It's like, it's mostly pictures. I mean, it's a children's book, and I didn't think I was gonna keep it anyway. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this so I can get my numbers up a little bit. And like, I think I finished this in like 2 or 3 days, cause I was like trying to get back into reading, and I was like, and it's like I mean, I think this is more for like children. It's like I enjoyed like doing this, but I didn't read any of the books. I saw the movies years ago, but I don't know. I probably only saw the first one, maybe the second, but I would like to watch the other movies too. But this was like way different from the movies too, so I don't know. So there's that. And then I read The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. And I loved this book. It was like kind of spooky a little bit. Not really that spooky, but it was kind of spooky. It kind of has like the essence of spook, but it's not really that spooky, but it has like the essence of it kind of. And it's like, talks about fairy tales and like twisted fairy tales, and like if you like fairy tales, I think you'll probably like this. Or if you like offbeat kind of stuff, you may. And then I ended up, when I was reading this, and I was like, I think it was like maybe halfway through it, I ended up going to Barnes and Noble. This is another book I got this year, and like, but I read it right away, and so this is the second book in the, I think I liked this one better. I liked the cover better too. I like the green and the black, and like this is a pretty cover too, but like, and I feel like this, like, you don't really need to get the second book. Like, this is kind of, it doesn't leave you off on like a cliffhanger or anything. So if you don't want to get the second book, you don't have to, kind of thing. Like, I hate books that leave you off on a cliffhanger and then you don't have the next book, and then it's like, well, sucks for you. I guess you gotta try to find this book, and then you look at places, and the only place that has it is Amazon, and you're like, I don't want to make an order from Amazon. But yeah, at least that's what goes through my head. But I like both of these, and yeah. So, and then the last two books I read for this year, that was a really loud clap. That hurt my hands. I need to not do that. Are these two, which is this is book 1 and book 2, and there's a third book in the series. And this is The Voice of Hands and Teeth and The Dead Tossed Waves. So this is a zombie book. I didn't think it was a zombie book, but like, I got these at like kind of like a consignment shop, and they were taped together like this, so I could see the covers, but I couldn't read like the back of the books. And like, someone I knew in high school read them, and like, he really liked them, so like, I was like, oh, I'll probably like them too, because we like the same kind of books. We like vampires and like fantasy, and like, but it's zombies. I'm not like a big fan of zombies books. When I read The Voice of Hands and Teeth, like the title, I thought it was gonna be like werewolves or like other kinds of beasts, like animals. I didn't think it was gonna be zombies. Because zombies are kind of beasties, but not really. But so yeah. So technically, the second book, I put on Goodreads that I finished it on the 31st, but technically I finished on the 1st of January, because I only had 30 pages, and the New Year's Eve was like crazy for me. Like, I had to go to the grocery store, and oh my god, the lines were so crazy that after that I was like, I don't want to read, I don't want to do anything, I just want to lay here and not do anything, because like, that just wore me out. Like, being in big crowds just frazzles me so much, and it's like, oh, I can't do anything. So it's like, so I technically didn't finish this in 2021, but like, it was only 30 pages. Should that really count? I don't know. I say I finished this in 2021. Did I say 2031? I don't know what I said. But yeah. So I liked the second book better than the first book. I think I liked the second book better because I really hated the main character in this first book. The books are very similar though. Like the plot is very similar. There's like a love triangle. There's all these scenes. Like it's very kind of boring too. I feel like they're not really good descriptive words in it, and like maybe a younger person might like it, like a high schooler, but like I didn't really like them that much. And I think starting this book and thinking it was about werewolves kind of messed up for me too, and be like I didn't like it as much because I thought it was going to be about werewolves and it wasn't about werewolves. So like when I started this book, I knew it was about zombies. And I liked the main character a lot better in this one, but they're still kind of boring books. And I think I'm probably gonna end up decluttering these, but I want to like give it like a month or two to kind of like think about it and like really let these books sink in and be like, do I want to get rid of them? I could see myself getting rid of this one and then keeping the second book because I enjoyed it just more, but also I'm like the ending like I really enjoyed the first half of this book, but by the end it was kind of feeling really repetitive to this book, and I'm like, okay then I guess this book just wants to be boring now. I don't know, but I'm gonna think about things and like do that. So this year, because it's already in 2022. Is that what year it is? I don't know. So it's already like, I think that's the year. 2022. This year, my goal is to read 40 books. Which is like slightly more than this. And also, like this year, even though I read 30, and last year I read like 50, there's only like a maybe 700 page difference from last year versus this year. So I read a lot less books, but I read a lot bigger books this year. So like, yeah, there's not that much different page wise from what I read last year to what I read this year. So that's why I was like, I feel like I read about the same, even though the numbers are totally different. There was like 20 less books, but it was like about the same. So this next year I'm going to read 40 books. That's my goal. Because I feel like I liked reading only 30, but if I really want to get my percentage up, I need to read more than 30. 30 wouldn't really do much for me. So I don't know. But if I end up only reading 30 this year, then that's okay. I haven't started another book since I finished this one like 2 days ago. I was just kind of like rushing things in the end, and I was trying to just read as much as I could, and I felt like I was like really trying to finish that book. So I'm just like, I've kind of been taking the last couple of days to just like chill out, not have to read, and like I'm kind of getting like wanting to read again though. So like I think I'm gonna start reading in the next like day or two and just like probably not read a lot, like just like 20-30 pages a day, and just slowly get back into reading, because I felt like so just booked out by the time I finished that book. So even though it's only been a couple days, I'm like, I love books so much that even when I'm booked out, like it only takes me like a couple days, maybe a week, until I want to like read some more and stuff. So yes, so that's that. And I'm hoping this year, since I want to read 40 books, I'm going to do probably, once I finish 10, I'm going to do like 10, 10, 10, 10. So there's going to be like 4 videos. So that's what I'm hoping to lay it out on. So I don't really have any like goals or whatever right now, but I'm just going to take things slow in this first month, and hopefully things unfold pretty good. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know down below what your favorite book of the year was, and what maybe your least favorite book of the year was. Like my favorite book of the year, I don't know, maybe the Inkheart series. I really liked that. The Aragon series was probably Like, that's a series, but, like, that may have been my favorite of this year. But I've read a lot of good books this year. But also, like, I'm decluttering, like, probably around 10 of the books I read this year out of the 30. So I'm decluttering, like, a third of them. So that's, like... So I didn't like a third of the books. And that seems to be around the number that I end up decluttering. Is, like, I read, like, I get rid of about a third of what I read. So it's, like, I'm still, like... pretty good at, like, picking out things that I want. And some of these books have been on my shelves for, like, years without being read. So, like, I'm hoping to just read them and get all... Maybe I'll never read them all. Maybe they'll just be there and hold their stories away from me. I don't know. But thank you for watching. Bye.